So hey people, Coach Evans here. Welcome to Abundant Relationships. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about breakups and getting over an ex. Now, I understand this can take such a heavy toll on you. It could be emotionally, physically, or financially sometimes. And breakups are not easy. You might have known this particular person for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And something happens. Could be just life. Somebody has to move on. Could be somebody cheated on you, could be a loss. It doesn't matter. Getting over an ex is something that most of us struggle with. Now, I would say it's particularly guys that struggle with this the most because we have grown up in an environment where we are taught that experiencing weak emotions like sadness, frustration, or even showing these emotions is something that we should not do. And most times when we fail to experience and fully be present with these emotions is that we deny ourselves the chance of letting these emotions go, the chance of these emotions flowing through us and just going and dissipating out there because we try to hold on to them or we try to deny them and reject them. And once we do that, what we really get and end up getting is that these emotions will show up in our body as tension, as our physiology will be all messed up, and the way we show up in the world changes. And I'm not saying changes for the good, changes for the worse. Now, you as a man, sometimes you have to experience these sad moments. Could be breakups, could be a loss in life, could be anything. You just have to be able to experience it, allow yourself to feel it, and just let it go. Because once you deny yourself that, guess what? You're going to store that energy in your body and it's going to mess you up. That's what happens. And another thing too, if you're going through a breakup, what most of us don't understand or don't really value is a self-worth. I don't know why you as a human being, you as a person, you as a man or a woman, you'll sit down, become sad, become frustrated about somebody who cheated on you. To me, that just tells me that you don't value yourself as much because this other person that didn't see the value of being faithful to you, of being trustworthy, of being loving and whatnot, having done what they did affects you as a human being. Now, I'm not saying there's something wrong with it, but it might happen, but snap out of it as quick as possible because you're a person that understands that I'm valuable, I'm awesome, and this is not just you saying this out of the blue. Actually, be those particular things that you know you were. If you're awesome, be that awesome person. You awesome people don't dwell on things that happen to them. And lastly, if you've tried all these other ways and if nothing is working for you, try this. Take a piece of paper, divide it into two columns. One is if I stay in this particular state that I'm in right now, a state of frustration, sadness, and appreciativeness, and whatnot. Ask yourself, what am I going to gain from? What kind of life am I shaping for myself? And on the other one, on the other column, write, if I change my ways, if I become the awesome person that I'm supposed to be, what am I going to gain? Now, this particular one on the one row, where if you stay in a particular sad state and unproductive state that you're in, you might say, I'll repel other people that I might be attracted to. I will not be as passionate about my life and work in general. Just write them down. And another one, if I change my state and become a happy person, an awesome person that I'm meant to be, what am I going to gain? I'll get more friends. I'll be passionate about work. I will do the things that make me feel more fulfilled and joyful. So go ahead and write them down. And at the end of making that list, and I want you to don't engage too much of your emotions at that particular moment. Be as neutral as possible. And once you're done with this exercise, compare the two. And if by that particular moment you still feel like dwelling on what happened to you, then go ahead and do it. But more than likely you'll find yourself wanting to be more of the things you have written on the side of you having changed your attitude to being more of a positive and more of a positive and loving human being. So try those things. If they work, awesome. If they don't,